something for me. Do something for me. Do something for me. Do something for me. Ooh, a party. Ooh, a party. Ooh, a party. Ooh, a party.
Iain Lee. It's about love and life. And live radio wrestling matches. Iain Lee on Absolute Radio.
Can this show get any worse? Iain Lee's an idiot. Iain Lee's an idiot.
Absolute Radio.
Oh, sorry.
There you
I didn't
go,
realise
Liz.
you were pulling it up.
You're in a good mood today because you have been to see the musical Hair.
Yeah.
I'm deeply envious. Now, did you like it?
I loved it.
It's
and I hate
brilliant, isn't it?
musicals, but I
It's
loved
brilliant.
it. Yeah.
Did you see some dinkles and winkles and
I
tuppences?
had my glasses right,
Yeah.
especially so that I could see
Yeah,
them.
whip 'em out.
I only saw one guy who came right to the front of the stage where there was the spotlight, but the others were in darkness.
Oh,
so
no.
I saw a little bit, but not a lot.
Did you not? When I go next week, I should take a torch with me.
Yeah, and spotlight it.
Danny Baker tells a very funny story about seeing Hair the Musical when he was a child. And I don't know if they did it... They didn't do it when I saw it years ago. But the nudity, they would run out into, like, the aisles.
Oh, my God.
And he says something brushed his ear. And he didn't want to look around and see what it was, but he thinks it was one of them. I'm very excited by Hair. And it's got, of course, I forgot, it's got the Muller Rice advert in
Yeah,
it.
got my fingers.
Yes, I got my something, got my something new.
Got my liver.
Got my legs, I got life, I got life! Well, I'm glad you enjoyed it.
And it's got let the sun shine in the
sun shining.
It's good. I liked it.
Oh, I'm looking forward to
And
it.
everyone gets to go on stage at the end, like everyone
You
does.
didn't do it, though.
No,
I'm going up on
frightened.
stage.
There was this little man that thought he was in Hair, and
Yeah.
he was like bowing with them. Like he went in the middle of them and grabbed their arms and bowed with them, and
So-
took off his hat and everything.
If I go up on stage, do I have to take my trousers off?
Yeah.
Oh, I'm there.
If no one else does it,
Yeah.
you still do it because they want someone to start it
I'm
off.
there. I'm always one for stuff. What do people do when they're up on stage?
They're dancing to let the sun shine, so they're clapping their hands like they're in
I told you when,
gospel choir.
I think I've told you this. Maybe I told Davis. But when we went to see Prince a couple of years ago, I guess it was now, he got about 25, 30 people up on stage with him.
Wow.
Right? And so people are dancing and he's singing one of his songs. I don't know. When my sister went to see
When
it,
doves cry.
this is what it sounds like when doves cry. Right, and when my sister went to see it, right, so you're up, imagine this, you're up on stage, you're just a normal person, right,
Yeah.
no performing experience. Suddenly you're at the O2 Arena in front of... Arena, in front of 16,000 people, right, with Prince, and he's singing.
Yeah.
And you got to dance, right, so you'd be doing a bit of that, just like
Yeah.
dad dancing.
Like that.
My sister went, and there was this guy who was like about 40 or something, and he stood there and he didn't know what to do, and he panicked. So he bent over, put his hands on his knees, and did the crossing. And he's crossing his hands
that's
over
so
his knees
sweet.
in front of 16,000 people at the O2 Arena. It's unbelievable.
At the Arena
Well, that
as
brings
well.
us. That brings us on to one of tonight's topics. When have you been on stage without realising you were going to be on stage? I made that up just there.
Oh, yeah.
It's a good one, isn't
Brings
it?
us on to one of our pre-planned topics.
Yeah, I'm writing it down, being on stage. When have you been on stage and you didn't know you were going to be on stage? Maybe you kind of opened a door and you walked out thinking you're walking into the car park and you're live at Wembley Arena with Status Quo or something. Or maybe you're in the front row of a play and you get dragged up on stage and suddenly you are an integral part of the performance. When has that ever happened to you? 0330 123 1215. My day has been quite disappointing
Oh.
I got my CB radio
Yeah.
today. Yes, it is. This is what I have been listening to for most of the afternoon.
Oh, no.
That's it.
Oh.
Hello, can anyone hear me? Over. So this is me in my living room at home, by the window to get better reception. 10-4 for a copy. Over.
Have you tried all the different frequencies?
Tried all the different frequencies. You do the squelch, so that turns that down a little bit. Hang on, then you can do a little scan. Let's see if it scans anything. We're in the basement, so it won't work. But also, we're in the 21st century, so it won't work. So I've spent the whole day, and my wife kept coming into the living room going, "Anything yet, Ian?"
Oh.
No, Fandango. She went, "I feel quite sorry for you," and then walked out. Oh, I've spaffed up £100 on that. But do you know what? Because I'm such an idiot. It's like the time when I went to when I was 17, me and some friends came up to London from Slough for the day, and we went into those things. Pay £2, see a live sex show.
Oh, you've told me about this.
Yeah, well, we paid the £2. We went in, and we didn't get beaten up, but we got roughed up a little bit, and they searched us.
To buy them champagne,
supposed to buy them champagne at £75 a pop, right? Yeah. And we're like 16, going, I'm sorry, but do you know what? I went back on my own. 3 weeks later, there's the same place, and the same thing happened.
Oh, why did you do that?
Because I'm an idiot. And I'm about to do the same thing with the CB. I'm about to now spend a load of money getting an aerial that I can put on my roof for another CB that I bought years ago that I've never used. So that's got like a 20-mile radius in the hope that I'll pick someone up. I won't pick anyone up. It's 2010.
What about that guy that phoned in yesterday? I can't remember who it was, but him and his dad, all his mates sit around the kitchen table and go on the
I'd have to be near them. I did find an old CB that a friend of mine lent me years ago. So if I put batteries in that, then my wife can sit in the spare room at the back, and I can sit in the.
But you've already got walkie-talkies.
We've already got walkie-talkies, so it's pointless. So that's been disappointing. So I want to know if anybody. Thank you. I think so we've got lots of topics tonight, lots.
Yeah.
So I want to know if you've been disappointed today. If something has just disappointed you, you've been excited, you've been looking forward to it, and it's just ended up with you going, or it's just ended up with this. Hello, can anyone hear me? Over.
Noise.
0330 123 1215, and this is the main thing I wanted to do. We've gone from having nothing in the show to loads. So listen on my iPod shuffle. The Beatles popped up, lovely. A song called "Slow Down," which I haven't heard since I was about 15. It's one of the sort of early rock and roll songs. Not my favourite Beatles period, but I was quite digging it. It's quite a raucous little number. And then it gets to the guitar solo. Now, I'm a big George Harrison fan, but this is obviously when he's like 17, 18, 19 years old, and he's not very good. Listen to this awful guitar solo. Okay, so this is quite good. Here we go. Then it starts off all right.
I like this singing.
It's good. Here we go. Take it, George. Not bad. Not bad.
It's like he's not quick enough.
He's like a bit behind. There we go. There's a bit. Then he just gives up. So we're asking tonight. It's a busy show tonight. We have lots of things. So we're asking tonight for bad bits in songs, like really bad guitar solos, bad drum fills, bits where they go out of key, bits where it just doesn't work. There's three things, dear listener. I'm hoping you can help us with at least all of those. At least all of those. 0330 123 1215. Press button 1. You'll speak to Eloise. Preference, as always these days, is given to new callers. So, if you haven't called before, or you've only called a few times, you stand a better chance of getting on than anyone else. And if you're calling and you don't get on, don't have a go at Eloise. Don't get arsey on the Facebook, because, we're trying to mix and match it up a little bit.
Yeah.
Mush it up one time. So, bad bits in music. Have you suddenly appeared on stage without realising you're going to? And what has disappointed you today? Don't phone in and say this show, because you'll just get a slap, all right? It's not funny. It's not clever.
No, that's not right.
Iain Lee.
Iain Lee.
Absolute
Radio.
Very, very exciting. It's Tuesday, and 23 minutes ago, dear listener. By the way, thank you to Ben Jones for an excellent show. What a nice, if slightly windy man he is. I went up to the studio to see him. I don't know, about 9:45. What are you asking for? And he, as I came in, he said, "Get out!" And apparently he'd done an awful trump and was trying to save my life. So, Ben, thank you for that. It's appreciated. He's back tomorrow at whatever time his show starts. I don't know. He always seems to be on this station. Oh, absolute classic rock as well. Has no one noticed? I'm the voice for it. Yeah, they got me to do it. Can you believe that? I'm the voice of absolute classic rock. I'm surprised you freaks haven't gone crazy for that and downloaded those bits as ringtones. They're not available, you say? Oh, well, never mind. Gary is in the Cockfosters. Good evening, Gary, my friend.
Morning, hi Ian, how are you?
I'm excellent, thank you very much. What can I do for you?
Good, I heard a little bit about people ending up on stage when they shouldn't have been there. I was in Oxford at the Apollo in 1978, 79. I was a big fan of Stuart Adamson and the Skids and Big Country.
Okay, yeah.
And I tried to blag my way into a sold-out Big Country gig at the Oxford Apollo.
Yeah.
Didn't manage it. Some friends managed to get a toilet window open, got up through the window, got down a few corridors and I found a few corners, and I thought, this is getting a bit loud, and I walked through like a door, and there I was on stage. I was on stage with the support act on the juggler.
And what happened? Did people start shouting at you?
No. Well, yeah, I think a few people wondered who I was, and I started dancing around.
Oh,
and
yes.
Unfortunately, I didn't get kicked out. I just got kicked into the crowd. So I had a great night after that. I managed to see the Big Country and had a great night.
Well, listen, you've given us two other topics. Then the first one is: have you ever managed to sneak into a gig for free? And I think that's a definite goer.
Yeah. When I was a teenager, through the late 70s, early 80s, I was blagging my way into all sorts of things.
How did you blag your way into them, Gary?
Well, I used to drop a lot of names. I had a very good friend of mine who was quite high up in Tower Records in those days, and his name always... People used to give up. You know, they'd say, "Oh, okay, yeah, no, you get a guest pass or something." You know what I mean?
So you just go up and you would say someone's name, and that would get you in.
Yeah, my mate Andy used to be high up in Tower Records, and they give up in the end. I said, "I must be there. I must be on the list. It's got to be me." And Andy's put me down. And then they did, "Oh, go on, they put a sticker on, you got in." My
friend Captain John had a collection. You know that you get those backstage passes, the ones you stick to you, and they're by the same company. I don't know who it is.
Yeah.
But they're all different colours. And he has collected loads of different colour ones. And so he stands outside, watches what colour people are wearing, and if it's an orange one, he'll put an orange one on and hope they don't check the band. I remember him phoning me up backstage once, says, "I'm backstage at Radiohead, I just snuck in." Fantastic.
Yeah, it can happen if you persevere.
Dreams
and you make yourself a pain in the butt to people.
And also, I remember when I was a teenager and in my early 20s, it was very, very common and encouraged for people to get up on stage and dance and hug the guitarist and try and kiss the singer. And
I did the whole lot.
Before they got chucked off. And nowadays you can't get near it because as soon as you get close to the stage, you've got three gorillas grabbing you and chucking you out of the venue.
Yeah, well, I mean, let's go back to Malcolm McLaren, God rest his soul.
Oh, yes.
I grew up, I was a teenager through those years, through all the punk, and we used to go to all the Winter Gardens gigs and all the little gigs. And it was quite easy to get sort of leg lifted onto the stage, and I danced with everybody on stage, I tell you.
Fantastic. Gary, listen, thank you for kicking us off with that. Good news. 03301231215. Ever snuck into a gig? Very, very naughty. I assume on my CB it's two settings, UK and European. I mean, if there are any... Listen, I don't want to dwell on the CB. I know it's a lost cause. But if there are any CB experts... So I go to the UK... It was set to the European. But you can adjust it to the UK, and the instructions say you can use both legally within this country. I was so disappointed. Literally. An hour and a half. Hello, is there anybody there? Can you hear me? Pathetic. Let's go to Stefano. Good evening, Stefano.
Mr. Lee, good evening, sir.
Mr. Stefano, good evening to you, sir.
Can I ask you a question, first of all?
Of course you can.
Lady Donovan.
Yes?
Do you still see her?
No.
Oh, okay.
I haven't seen her for, I don't know, 8 years.
How can you not see her? She's so fine.
She was a lovely lady, but we weren't particularly good friends or anything, so we didn't hang out.
Okay, fine. Being on stage.
Yeah.
I was in Belgium, in Bruges, about 15 years ago.
Yeah.
And I put my hand up to be on stage with the clowns.
The clowns?
the clowns are in the circus stage.
Oh, like clowns? They're not some pop band that I've
No,
missed out on. Okay.
They were the real clowns in the circus.
Okay,
but
real
they
clowns.
were vindictive, evil bastards.
Yeah, all clowns are. All clowns are nasty pieces of work.
These people they blindfolded me and tied me to a board and then threw knives at me.
Oh, no.
Okay, I obviously weren't throwing them. We were just making out they were throwing them.
Okay.
Lifting the blindfold, showing the knife, and then putting it down, and then the knife would hit the board.
Yeah.
Terrified the left out of it. I still dream this. I'm 45 and I'm still dreaming about the clowns.
Well,
how scary it was.
Clowns are terrifying anyway. There is no one in the world that finds clowns funny. No one finds clowns funny. At the very best, they can tolerate them, but most people are really scared of clowns. So to be strapped up by evil clowns who are then pretending to throw knives at you...
And not just that, but one of them whispered in very bad English, "They're going to strip you naked."
Oh, no.
And mate, it was just too much. It was just too... It was just... I got back to my seat and I was physically shaking. It was just... Oh,
what?
God,
I don't know what where was this, Stefano, this happened?
Bruges, in Bruges.
Yeah, I'm not sure what the laws over it. I know over here you're allowed...
Belgian clowns.
Yeah, I know over here you're allowed to murder clowns, and with very, very little comeback from the legal courts.
I wish I hadn't.
Stefano, listen, thank you very much for that. We're asking tonight, have you ever appeared on stage without meaning to appear on stage? That it wasn't part of the thing. We're asking lots of stuff as well. Also, bad bits in music, bad guitar solos, bad singing bits where you go, oh, did they mean to put that on the record? That was a stinker. And have you... I'm so disappointed by my CB today. Have you been disappointed by anything today? I want to feel your pain. Let's embrace over the radio, shall we, and become close. Sebastian.
How are you, Mr. Lee?
I'm all right now, brother.
That's very, very good.
Well, what can we do for you?
All right. Well, I wanted to talk to you about bad bits in songs, particularly guitar solos.
Sebastian, what's your accent?
I'm English, but, I was born in England, spent a lot of time of my life in Ireland, Spain.
Oh, Ireland, okay. So, I've noticed recently that there is a great similarity. I thought there was a hint of American, but I think that's the Irish. There's a similarity between the Irish and American.
That's basically a claustrophobic mix of the Irish and English language splicing together to form a sort of a Frankenstein creation.
And are you quite posh as well?
My dad is very posh, so that might have rubbed off on me.
Yeah, I think your dad's rubbed off on you. I'd be careful about that. Anyway, Sebastian, yes, go on.
Okay, bad guitar solos, because I have a ton.
Yeah.
All right, first, there's a song by a band called Black Flag.
Oh, I don't know that. Okay,
go on. It's called Thirsty and Miserable.
Yeah.
It has literally the most awful guitar solo in the world. They're sort of a hardcore punk four-chord band.
Yeah.
And... if you know, punk rock music, they shouldn't do guitar solos. It's what because they're meant to sort of be bad music.
Yeah, exactly.
Also, there's, I'm a big fan of a band called Poison, which you probably know. Being a fan of Kiss and the like.
Yeah, but what was Poison's hit? And I use that word with a very small h.
Talk Dirty to Me.
I don't remember. I know that they had very, very big hair. Very big hair.
Yeah, there was sort of a Motley Crue style thing.
It was that. I'm just trying to see if we've got any Poison on the... we've got the... oh no, hang on a minute. Where's that? Oh no, oh, hang on, Talk Dirty to Me. Hang on a minute. Do you mean this?
Yes, I mean that.
And there's a bad solo in it, is there?
No.
Oh.
The bad solo is you know the solo from Eruption, Eddie Van Halen,
yes.
that song?
Yes. Huh?
Basically, they had a solo on a guitar, they had a solo on a DVD called Swallow This.
Yeah.
Which was a live DVD.
Oh dear.
And it was basically like listening to a terrible guitarist trying to convince you that he had been able to nail Eruption. It was terrible.
Yeah.
And he just kept slipping up, and it was like...
Have you seen the Shreds on YouTube?
No.
Shreds
you mean like sort of amateur guitarist?
No. What it is it's not amateur. It's brilliant. Type in everyone. If you're near a computer today or tomorrow, listening to this on a podcast, go to YouTube and type in Eric Clapton Shreds, and it's it's a film of Eric Clapton playing, and someone has very, very cleverly dubbed over the worst guitar solo in the world. It's all off key, it's out of tune. It's hilarious. There are a few others. The Kiss one isn't very funny, but there's Eric Clapton, and there's a guy playing like a double-necked guitar. I can't remember who it is, and it's
double-necked guitar, Steve Vai, maybe?
It could be. I'd say Steve Vai, but it could be him. But yeah, Eric Clapton shreds on YouTube. It is the funniest, geeky musical thing you could see. It's a joy.
Just before I go...
Yes.
Being on stage with people, bands, and not realising it.
Go on.
I was at an Iron Maiden gig.
Oh.
And basically, they were doing the song Aces High.
Yeah.
And there was this massive mosh pit going.
Right.
And because I was sort of dragged into that, it was at the front of the stage.
Yeah.
Literally, me and about maybe 15 other people were literally shoved onto the stage from the crowd. And for about 10 minutes, I did not realise I was there because I was basically unconscious.
Oh.
And then I sort of woke up and I realised that I was on this stage basically next to Bruce Dickinson.
Wow!
And I had been for 10 minutes without even realising it.
I think that's a lot of the Iron Maiden have had the same experience as you, Sebastian. Barry, you used to be a fan of Iron Maiden, didn't you?
Yes.
What's your favourite Iron Maiden song?
Me?
No, Barry.
Oh.
Is it... the one about... I love you and want you.
That's a good one.
I love you and want you, Bruce Dickinson.
That's the fella. Well, Sebastian, thank you for that. Take care, Sebastian. Cheers for that. Barry, before we talk to you, we've got a complaint which I'm going to put straight to air. Tommy Tickle.
Hello, can you hear me?
Hello, Tommy Tickle. Yes.
Oh, don't say hello to me, fella. I'm a bit riled, to be quite honest.
Why is this?
My job. I'm a clown.
Right.
I ain't scary, fella. I ain't scary. Do you understand? Don't push me, fella. I ain't scary.
No. I tell you what, my dad was a clown. Big shoes to fill, let me tell you that.
I don't get it.
Oh, all right.
Oh,
well, why would you get it? Well, after all, you're not in the entertainment joke-making business.
Barry, don't wind...
I'm not. I'm a children's entertainer.
Don't wind him up, Barry, for goodness sakes.
Listen, Barry, you in Watford?
Yes.
I don't believe you. I was there today. I didn't see you.
Good point.
You're right. Bang to rights. You didn't see me, no.
Listen, you've been somewhere else.
No, I was...
I'm not here to chat about what you're doing. I want Lee.
I'm here.
Don't you clam up on me, fella.
No, I'm here, Tommy Tickle.
Listen, man, I've been to anger management classes today. I've been getting all this stuff out of my system, and I've sat down.
Yes.
I've been driving a lot as well today. I've been clowning about.
Yes.
And I hear this.
Yeah.
And I'm not happy. What are you going to do?
I'm going to cut you off.
Go on then.
Yeah. Barry.
Goodness me.
Isn't it? Listen, people are getting more and more aggressive these days.
Aren't they?
Clowns are terrifying, though, aren't they?
Aren't they? They really are. We went to... we was up in Blackpool one year, and there was a clown handing out balloons.
Oh, yeah.
And he handed out a little poodle, you know. He fashioned it into a poodle.
Yeah, the balloon, yeah.
The balloon, and he gave it to my little niece, and, you know, it didn't have stink of fags.
Did he really?
He stank of fags, and he had a white, you know, makeup round his mouth.
Yes.
Enhanced by the white spittle and sputum in the corner of his mouth.
No, thank you.
It was disgusting. And when we burst the poodle balloon, all I could smell was Lambert and Butler's cigarettes.
Yeah. Oh,
it was disgusting.
Oh.
But in terms of, you know, in terms of people on stage who had no right to be there, Bobby Davro, Winter Gardens, 1985.
Oh, yeah, go on.
Not me, him.
Oh.
In fact, most of his live performances, no right to be on there at all, in my opinion.
Well, that's because clowns have big shoes, don't they?
It's big shoes to fill.
Literally big shoes, aren't they?
So the joke is...
I see.
The joke is based, just for anyone who missed that...
based on the phrase...
My father...
was a clown.
When I said that...
And he had big shoes to fill.
A clown, yep. You beat me to...
big shoes, and literally based on the phrase...
Phrase...
And he literally
had big shoes to
Phil.
Phil, yes.
Got it. What a lot of fun.
A lot of fun.
A lot of fun there. That was Barry. Have you ever accidentally appeared on stage without intending to appear on stage?
No, I would like to, though.
Are you a bit of a performer, Barry?
I think I'm a bit of a show-off, bit of a big head.
Yes, that's true. That's not necessarily a good thing, though, is it?
No, I'm trying to think of a joke.
Oh, go on then. Okay, you think of a joke. I'll shut up. Away you go.
Well, I'll tell you what, you set me up with the preamble, and I'll see if I can come out with the punch line.
Okay, how many clowns does it take to change a light bulb?
Shut up and sit down, you little brat. The next one, or big shoes to... Any others based on... Oh, dear. Yes, I think I'd better go to bed. No!
Oh, I pressed the wrong button. Hang on. I should have done this.
No, that's not right.
Iain Lee.
Iain Lee.
Absolute.
Radio.
Christopher Lee owns me in about 20 minutes. No, about 30 minutes. Was it half an hour? About 10 past 12. Christopher Lee. The legend that is Sir Christopher Lee. I've worked with him. He shouted at me once on a bus in Pakistan wearing only his underpants. That's a true story.
Did he really?
That is a true...
What did he shout at you for?
Because I was playing his double in a film. Because I was the only sort of lanky person there. And it was a very low-budget film, so they didn't have two sets of clothes. So he would have to take off his clothes, and I would then put them on and go and pretend to be him. And he got arsey because it's not fair that I have to change these clothes. You should have your own set of clothes. And I was a little bit upset because I got on with him quite well. And then I thought, it's Dracula shouting at me on a bus in Pakistan. This is kind of one of those moments that's going to stay with me for the rest of my life. And we kind of talk a little bit about Pakistan in the interview.
Yeah.
A little bit. He's not happy about it.
Very tiny bit.
He's not happy about it. He's a legend, and he's a wonderful, wonderful man. He totally owns me in this interview. And there's very, very little I can do about it. We'll have that in about 30 minutes. Phil Taylor's on the motorway 25!
Hello, young man, how are you?
I'm fine, old man. What can I do for you?
Just want to talk about sneaking into a concert.
Oh, yes, go on.
Last year at Wembley Arena, I snuck into an Oasis concert.
Oh, yes, I remember them.
Yeah, they come back eventually in a few years,
Of course they will. Of course they will.
Right, I got to the gig. I do always early, 4 or 5 hours early.
Whoa, hang on. 4 or 5 hours early?
Yeah, I always like to get to the front and see what's happening and that.
But that's mental though. 5 hours early for a gig.
But it gives you lots of drinking time, doesn't it? And
okay, I suppose so. Yeah.
Yeah, and I got to the ticket office. I didn't have my ticket.
No.
And I thought, well, there must be a way into this place. There's a way of getting into every concert possible.
Okay.
And anyone who wants to go to Wembley Arena, good advice to sneak in, queue up at one of the windows, wait for someone to go in front of you, and to your left, the ticket office at Wembley Arena, there's a door which leads out into the main area.
Yeah.
And straight ahead is a gents' toilet where I hid for 3 or 4 hours.
Well, okay, first of all, I have to say this for legal reasons. We do not encourage anyone to sneak into the Wembley Arena at all, have a ticket, do it official ways. But you hid in a toilet for 3 hours?
Yes, definitely.
That's boring.
Yes.
Well, it's boring, but why didn't you just buy a ticket? What you saved yourself, what, 40 quid or something?
Well, they sold out about sort of 5-6 minutes, didn't they, when they went online?
I suppose so. I don't really follow Oasis that much, but yeah.
And I got to the ticket office, and there must be some on sale, just 1 or 2, and there wasn't. And I noticed a door to my left. That looks interesting. Where's that lead to? And
wow.
Just walked into the arena and hid in the toilet.
I've never done that. I think part of the thing in those situations is just looking confident and looking like you know where you're going and you're meant to be there.
Exactly.
If you're looking all furtive, then they're going to go, I'm sorry, mate, get out.
I managed to sneak by the side of a Razorlight gig by pretending I was a sound engineer.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
You're good at that.
You're intelligent enough to be, aren't you, my dear?
Well, yes, hang on. I think that's a veiled insult, I think. So you stuck, and you didn't get backstage or anything, or on stage, did you, Phil?
Not backstage, just snuck in, hid in the toilet 3 or 4 hours, but I heard a bit of a commotion. Oh, there's a few people coming in.
Yeah.
That's my cue to get out the gents and mill around. And
but then when you're in the arena, when you walk through the doors into the actual arena, you've got to show them a ticket.
You do, yes, you do. But once you're actually in the arena itself, walking around past all the hot dog stalls and the souvenir stalls, you're in, aren't you? So.
Wow, okay.
And it's happy days, yeah.
Well, Phil Taylor, you are what I like to call a very, very naughty man. but well done you, sir.
And that's what my partner says. She thinks I'm naughty. But...
Yeah, and I don't... Now we're getting into your sexual kinks, and I can't work on that. Thank you, Phil. Peter Rawlings.
Hello, Sassy.
Hello, I'm just going to turn you down a bit because your campness has made the speakers go crazy.
I'm not camp, darling.
No, I didn't say you were. Anyway,
well, you just said my campness made the speakers go crazy.
Let's just see if the CB's working. Hang on. Hello, is there anybody there? Nope, not working yet. Peter Rawlings, what can we do for you?
I just thought I'd give you a call, sort of. It's been many weeks.
I know, and do you know, can I say something?
Go on.
We've enjoyed the piece. No, I'm serious.
Well,
yes,
you know.
I do. Do you?
Do you want me to hang up?
Well, no, have you got something to say? Because if it's just a meander through words, then yes, you probably should hang up. If you have something to say and contribute, then by all means stick around for no more than 2 minutes. He's gone. He put the phone down. Well, that was a surprise. Well, oh, he caught me off guard there. Let's go to Sam Chaplin. Good evening, Sam.
Hello, how are you, mate?
I'm fine, Sam. What can I do for you?
Well, basically, just didn't want to talk about the thingy.
The thingy. You need to be a little bit more specific than that, Chaplin.
Sorry, cribbing onto the stage.
Cribbing onto the stage. I don't think it's the phrase I use, but go on then.
Yeah, when I was 7, I was in a nativity play.
Yeah.
And I got my cue wrong, and I just sort of went onto the stage. And I fell off the stage. It's a bit awkward, to be honest, but, you know.
Well, but you were meant to be on that stage at some point.
Yeah. But
so it's not really, I'm going to be harsh, I'm going to treat everyone the same. It's not really the same as not being on the stage. It's not meaning to be on the stage, is it?
Yeah, but I wasn't supposed to be on the stage, though.
But you were supposed to be on the stage at some point?
Yeah, but at some point, but not at that moment.
Okay. And you were 7?
Yeah.
Okay.
So, you know, I could have been, let off.
I think we can let 7-year-olds off for appearing on stage early.
Oh yeah, by the way, did I get it right?
Don't. He's talking, of course, about the Vinnie Mystery Dancing Competition song. We have got. Did I say how many entries did I say we had right, Eloise?
8.
I think you're right. I think we've got 8 correct entries. At 12:30 on Thursday evening, we will be drawing the correct entries out of a hat. We will print them off, put them into a literal hat, draw the winning answer, and that person will be winning a DAB radio. And then we will be playing the song for you all to enjoy. The song that Vinny was dancing to. Let's go to Harry Bauer. Good evening, Harry.
Yo.
Yo.
I got a bit of a bad bits in songs for you, first off.
Okay.
And I know it won't be welcomed on the show because I'm going to bring Robbie Williams into this.
Okay, bring Robbie Williams into the debate, yes.
Into the debate, yeah. One of his songs, and I'm a big fan of Robbie Williams' old stuff, not the new stuff. Like
I'm a big fan of none of his songs, but okay.
Fair play. But one of his songs, it's going all right, and it's a bit of a rubbish song, to be honest, and then all of a sudden he just goes, guitar! And then there's a guitar solo, and that's the worst guitar solo ever.
What song is it?
I don't know, but I know that it's in one of them.
Okay, we need specifics, Bauer.
Okay, well, I'll try and find out and then post it on the Facebook or something.
Yeah, whatever.
And also, Opposites of Music.
Oh, yeah, we never did that in the end.
No. Well, Eloise said you forgot what it was.
I couldn't quite remember how it worked. This was the thing we were going to do on Monday, but then I forgot what the mechanic was.
Do you remember what it is now, or do you want me to tell you?
Tell me.
Okay, you were going to put out a song, and then everyone who called up would have to give the opposite to that song. Because you were playing with the opposites of music, weren't you?
I don't know what that sentence means you've just said.
You were playing with
You were doing the limbo, and then you were doing the sad song.
Oh, that was what it was, yeah.
We remember now.
Oh, I remember. So so it would go from this...
Sad.
To this.
Yeah!
Woo!
Woo!
To this.
Oh, my puppy died.
To this.
Yeah, my puppy's back from the dead.
Exactly. It was a lot of fun. We'll do that one day. That's a promise. That's a promise, young Bauer.
Good. How was your day today, Ian?
It was boring, and it was disappointing. You know it was disappointing. My CB radio's pony.
I know. I really feel for you because I spent some money on. In fact, I have been disappointed today. That's what I was thinking of.
You have been disappointed, and you're going to be disappointed again. You know why?
Oh, you're going to...
Yes. Owned. Let's do... let's go to Kelly. Hello, Kelly.
Hello.
Sorry, I couldn't resist it. What a lovely laugh you've got, Kelly.
She sounds lovely.
What a lovely
I feel
laugh.
really bad now that you just cut him off.
It was boring me, and I could see you were up
He
on my
loves
screen, and I thought, Kelly, I like the name Kelly. I like Bracknell. I haven't been to Bracknell for years, and she's appeared on TV by accident. I want to talk to Kelly, not Bauer.
Well, I did appear on telly by accident. It's not a massive claim to fame because it was with regards to wrestling.
Oh, hello. Go on. This is quite exciting.
Well, I quite like a little bit of wrestling.
Well, hang on a minute. When you say you like a bit of wrestling, what, you like doing it? You like watching it? What is this?
Well, no, I like watching it. I like watching wrestling, and I was quite a fan of WWE and Raw. And I went to go and see TNA.
I don't know
what any of this is.
That means how old are you, Kelly?
I'm 22.
Okay, TNA means tits and ass, doesn't it?
No, it doesn't. It's a wrestling show.
Okay.
And
has it got lady wrestlers in it?
It does sometimes.
Tits and ass.
Sometimes.
There we go.
But that's really only for the men.
Okay, but I thought that the ladies like watching the lady wrestlers as well. Do you not?
Well, I don't really like watching lady wrestling.
I'm not saying in a sexual sense. I'm saying for the thrill of the fight.
Not really,
No?
because there's not really much thrill of the fight with
Okay.
lady wrestlers, is there? Because it's all just so that they can get their boobs out and stuff.
Is that what it's all? To be honest, I've not seen wrestling since Giant Haystacks and Big Daddy. Obviously, I've seen a little bit of WWF and all of that, but so the lady wrestling, that is purely just them showing off their norks, is it?
It really is,
Okay.
yeah. I mean, there's no other way to really disguise that.
So
but,
it's not a proper sport.
No, not really. It would be better if it was. You know, some of them are okay. You know, some of them do a little bit, but mostly it is just boobs and bum. Unfortunately.
Okay, but so you went to TNA.
I went to TNA when I was on holiday in Orlando.
Yeah.
And I had a famous wrestler called Kurt Angle, and he was thrown out of the ring, and and he he was thrown right down at my feet.
Yeah.
And then he got up and he tripped over my handbag.
Oh, that is genuinely brilliant, Kelly. You tripped an American wrestler. I bet he was furious.
And I had to quickly move my handbag out of the way.
So he didn't know it was you?
No, he didn't. But I was caught on camera, trying to quickly move my handbag out the way after he tripped over it.
Please tell me you've got that on tape.
I'm sure I do, actually. I'm sure I did. I did save the video.
What you should have done, Kelly, and what I believe is a legal move in American wrestling is you should have then stood up, picked up your chair and smacked it over his back. That's what those guys do all the time to each other. I never understand in American wrestling, right, how come the referee gets distracted long enough for one guy to pick up a chair and smack it over someone's back? And then he turns back and he doesn't notice that there's broken chair everywhere. What's going on with the referees?
What I always liked is Ravishing Rick Rude had time to have a kiss with a lady halfway through.
Wow.
They're a bit rubbish chairs, though, the chairs that they smack people over with. You know, they're really,
pre-broken.
Oh, come on now. Don't do this pre-broken nonsense. Those guys are big enough. Those guys are big enough to take a broken chair, hitting them on the back of the neck, for goodness sakes. Now, you're a grown woman, Kelly. Do you still like the wrestling?
I do a little bit. I don't watch it, you know, there are people that watch it every single week. I don't watch it every week, but I do, if it's there, you know, the big events, a bit of WrestleMania, I do watch it.
I love it. Well, Kelly, thank you very much for that. It's a lovely story.
Thanks a lot.
Cheers, bye-bye. What a lovely, slightly bonkers lady. Hello, is there anybody there?
No, that's not right.
Iain Lee.
Iain Lee.
Absolute.
Radio.
Absolute Radio.
were you just banging on about, Eloise?
What do you mean?
About the people in the street telling you to...
Oh, the most annoying thing ever is when someone who you don't even know, you're walking down the street on your own, you know, and they go to you, smile.
But why did you tell me that just then?
I don't know. I just popped into my head. I think it happened to me recently. I must have meant to, but
people do... Can't be all... Cheer up, can't be all that bad. Well, actually, my nan's just died.
I'd love to turn around and say that, but secretly I'm thinking, what am I supposed to be that happy to be walking along a pavement? I'm so excited I'm walking along a pavement.
I have to really concentrate when I walk along a pavement just to make sure I stay in a straight line these days. I kind of weave all over the place, and it's not very conducive to walking. Christopher Lee is coming up in about 10 minutes.
Yeah.
Dear listeners, Sir Christopher Lee, you will hear me get owned. I very rarely get owned. He owned me. And fair play to him, he did it in style. So we'll have that in a few minutes. And he's talking about... He's got a heavy metal album coming out. Yeah, I know. They've not sent it to us. I can't play you any of it, I'm afraid, which is a shame. But it is actually happening. We're also talking about lots and lots of stuff.
Yeah.
Lots of stuff this evening. In fact, I could have spread all this stuff out over the rest of the week. We're screwed for tomorrow. Wednesday.
More stuff will come tomorrow.
Well, it literally... We were the best thing, the best topic that accidentally appearing on stage came once the show had started and you started speaking and...
Maybe I'll start speaking again and it will...
I wouldn't bother.
Okay.
So have you ever accidentally appeared on stage? Or not accidentally, but just you were going to the theatre and suddenly a hand came from the stage and you were dragged up there, or you were working backstage at Wembley Arena and you went through the wrong door and you stood in front of Status Quo. Has anything like that ever happened to you? 0330 123 1215. We're also asking, what disappointments have you had after I got my CB radio today? No one's using CB, don't we? It works, but I'm not talking to anyone because no one's got a CB. So I want to know your disappointments and bad bits of music, bits that you just think, did they really mean to put that on the record? Someone's emailed me. There's a bit in one of the Beach Boys songs where you can hear them saying the wrong words. There's loads of bits in the Beach Boys songs where you can hear them talking in the background. The Beach Boys and the Monkees. It must be a 60s thing. You can just hear... in Daydream Believer, you can hear them whispering during the instrumental bit. Yeah, it's like...
I don't listen out for that.
I think he's talking about a girl or something. One of them was talking about a girl. Did you see that girl or something? It's really weird. And they do it a lot on the Beach Boys.
Can we play it and hear it?
I don't know if you're... It's so faint. Have we got Daydream Believer on here, haven't we?
Yeah.
Hang on a second. We might be on a fool's errand here because it's very, very faint. Let's find Les Monkees. I can't think where it is exactly on Pleasant Valley Sunday, Porpoise Song. Come on! Daydream Believer. Come on, Eileen. There we go. Right, okay. There he does! He does it there!
You're right! Do it again.
They do it later on as well. You can hear it clearer later on. Here we go.
Oh.
There
so funny.
You just think, come on, you're in a recording studio, you're making a record. Shut up. Just shut up until you got to sing, Davey.
You can even hear the sticky mouth.
Yeah, the sticky mouth, and he clicks his fingers to get in time. And there's a bit later on when you can hear it. It's a little bit clearer, but it is very, very funny. And they do that a lot. And there's the guy who emailed me said, just go and re-record it. All you got to do is make records. Just go and re-record that bit. It's not that difficult. Very lazy. So we're talking about that. We can carry these topics over for the rest of the week as well, as we're getting quite lots, of course. By the way, Sam, we're not answering withheld numbers this evening, so put your phone down. We're not answering any withheld numbers, and we never will again, I'm afraid, thanks to you. So you've ruined it for a lot of people who can only call in on withheld numbers.
Especially people from abroad, because they usually come as withheld. If anyone wants us to call them and they're withheld, though, and they're legitimate people, just email us in.
Yeah, we'll sort that out. Ryan!
Hello, Ian.
Hello, Ryan.
How are you?
Oh, I'm all right. I'm feeling tired. I'm feeling it in my bones today, Ryan. My legs are killing me.
Get a massage.
Okay, I will. That's a good idea, right? That is genuinely a good idea, and I don't know why it didn't occur to me before. I will get a massage.
Good to hear.
Have you ever been to one of those massage parlours that advertise on a tatty postcard in newsagents' windows?
No. Because if you go to a massage parlour, a legal one, no happy endings, though. It's very good.
But how do you know it's a legal one and they're not prostitutes?
I've not been asked for a happy ending, so...
But I think you have to give the secret... Because you get all these places... Whereabouts are you, Ryan?
I'm in my car.
Well, whereabouts do you live, you muppet?
Bushy.
Okay, because there's there'll be some dodgy ones up in Bushy, but there's all around London. There's these seedy little massage parlours hidden away. There's one I drive past one in Kentish Town every night, and you kind of think, well, I wonder, you know.
You know a lot about it, Ian.
I do know. I know. By the way, I'm not saying that this one in Kentish Town is. I'm saying that there are some all scattered around. I'm sure the one in Kentish Town is delightful and legitimate. Let's move on before I get into a legal minefield. Ryan, what have you got for me?
About appearing on stage.
Yeah, go on. Yeah.
When I was about 8, I was at the City Show.
Oh, yes, go on.
And I walked out to go to the tour. When I came back in, the show was already going on, and Mr. Corbett said, "What are you doing?" And I said, "Sitting down." He called me up on stage, and I had to talk to City and sweep and sue. It was fantastic.
Uh-oh.
One of the highlights of my life.
I had to interview Sooty once, and it was, I don't know who was doing it, because they'd sold the franchise by then, and it was some old guy doing it. And he had a water pistol, and he was squirting it willy-nilly, and I said to Sooty, I said, "Sooty, if you squirt me with that water pistol, I'm going to punch that old man that sat next to you." He did not squirt me at all, Ryan. I remained perfectly dry that evening. Right, listen, thank you very much for that. Listen, we're going to play the Rolling Stones. After this, we'll have Sir Christopher Lee. Owning Me. That's a good interview. Do stick around for that. Thank you very much. So, very excitingly, we got Sir Christopher Lee on the phone a couple of weeks ago to promote his new heavy metal symphonic album that he's recorded. Now, I worked with Christopher Lee about 13 years ago in Pakistan. I was there for 3 months with him. This was before I was on telly and stuff. This was when I was doing stuff behind the scenes, and he was delightful and was more than happy to talk about Scaramanga and, strangely, Police Academy 7. Yeah, I know. Anyway, I thought it'd be nice if we kind of had a chitty chat about the old days and his new album as well. And this is what happened. You're here, sir, to talk about Charlemagne by the Sword and the Cross, which is described as a symphonic metal album.
That's right.
Now, listen, I know that you've sung in the past and you've tackled all different kinds of music, but a metal album, Sir Christopher, that seems an odd one even for you.
Not really. I mean, it's not heavy metal.
So, but you don't personally do any headbanging or stage diving or anything like that?
I think it's a little difficult to do headbanging in a studio.
I think you're right. How did this come about, Sir Christopher?
Well, it happened, I think, probably a few years ago when I was asked to do a narrative for a metal band called Rhapsody. I said, I ought to be singing this. I like this music. I've heard a bit of it before, and it's kind of caught on in my mind. And I said, well, I should sing something like this. And they said, my God, well, you sing with us, please. So I sang in 4 languages.
Now, you do this. I know you're a big fan of doing things in foreign languages. I recently watched Police Academy 7.
Oh,
where you... yes, I know. I'm glad you said that.
Well, it's nothing to do with me, but...
it's a strange film, shall we say politely.
Love it, anyway,
But you give a speech in that, don't you, in Red Square in Russian, if I remember.
I do, yes.
What 4 languages did you sing in?
I sang, well, of course, in English.
Yep.
French, German, and Italian.
I think it would be very exciting to come to a symphonic metal concert and see you, sir, performing.
Well, yes, it would, and that's a very good idea.
Well, if it happens, I wouldn't mind 10% of the tickets for that.
No, I'm sure you wouldn't.
What?
Nor would I.
Why do you think you've been so successful, Sir Christopher, in what is, notoriously a very fickle business?
Well, I suppose I could say I know what I'm doing, but that would sound rather conceited. I think the real reason is survival.
Yes.
It's as simple as that.
Listen, you've been doing it this long. You're allowed to be as conceited as you want, sir.
No, that's never happened.
Does retirement never appeal to you? Do you not think maybe a nice cottage by the sea?
Oh, my God. What would I do?
Well, just relax.
Do what?
Watch some of the films
Watch
some of the films you've made. That would...
Look, oh, no, thank you. I don't watch them.
Do you never watch them back?
Yes.
Really? Can I ask you one question, sir? I worked with you many, many years ago in Pakistan on Jinnah.
I remember.
Do you remember? Because I had to be your... I was roped in to be your double
I remember, on the beach.
I had to wear a Christopher Lee mask, and I had to wear your clothes. And I've been thinking about Pakistan quite a lot recently, and I just wondered what were your thoughts and your memories on being there?
Oh, it was a wonderful experience. Absolutely wonderful experience, resulting in a very fine film, I think. But that was nothing to do with making this album.
No. Thank you for your time. The album is Charlemagne by The Sword and the Cross. It is out now. It's a symphonic metal album. So, Christopher, it's a pleasure to talk to you.
Well, it's nice to talk to you after all this time.
You know, best of luck with everything you continue to do, and long may you continue to do it, sir.
Thank you very much.
That's cut off, isn't it? Did I just get owned by Sir Christopher Lee?
Yeah.
Yes, I did. He's a nice bloke, isn't he? But fair play. It's like the Ringo Starr thing. Everyone gives Ringo Starr a hard time because he doesn't want to sign autographs anymore. Ringo's 70. Christopher Lee's got to be like 85, 86.
I think he's 86.
He didn't want to talk about it? He don't have to talk about it. You know, he doesn't have to. He spent his whole life talking about stuff he doesn't want to. Why should he? At what point what age do you think you get to where you can say, I'm not talking about that. I can't be bothered. Let's talk about what I'm here for. Come on now. Some pop stars are like that now.
Yeah, I think you'd just be proud of what you've done. Why wouldn't you want to talk about it?
He didn't want to.
Manners cost nothing.
He's got he's a sir. You have a bit of respect. That's Sir Christopher Lee, young lady. Sir Christopher Lee, one of this country's finest actors.
And it wouldn't hurt to talk about something that you worked on together.
That was odd that he didn't want to. I don't know, maybe he hated the whole Pakistan experience. Harry McCarroll.
Yay!
Yay! Harry McCarroll's on the radio. Harry McCarroll's on the radio. Oh, here he comes. He's gonna talk to us. Harry!
Yes.
Harry McCarroll. Harry McCarroll. He's on the radio now. He's gonna talk about some rubbish bits and songs, and we're gonna listen and we're gonna laugh at what he says. Oh, yes, we will. Oh, yes, we will. It's Harry McCarroll. Take it away, Harry.
Do I have to sing?
Sorry?
Do I have to sing?
Yes.
Okay, then. I did it.
Okay, well done. You can talk normally now then, my friend. What have you got for us?
Have you ever heard of a band called Korn?
Spawn?
Korn.
Korn, I think so. They're like a horrible American rock band, aren't they?
Yeah, they're very weird. There's a part of their song called Freak on a Leash.
Yes.
In which the frontman proceeds to kind of beatbox and vomit at the same time.
No, he actually vomits?
He's not actually vomiting, but it kind of gives you that effect.
That kind of thing.
It's very, very, very weird.
Why would they do that?
Because it's an American rock band. I mean, if you find it on the internet.
Yes. What, Harry McCarroll, what's wrong with an old-fashioned melody, huh? Some nice harmony. Oh, I nearly belched there. Look, everyone's belching. It's the chain domino reaction of belching. Yeah. I nearly heaved up. Oh,
I have powers.
Oh, you're scary. Go away. Scary Harry McCarroll. I sang a nice song about him, and then he's inflicting some kind of weird voodoo. Oh! We'll play some adverts, and I've just seen what the next song is. I've not heard this song for ages. I love this next song. It's one of those songs. You've got 44 seconds to think about it. 64 seconds to think about it. It's one of those songs you will have heard so many times it's become a cliche, and you'll have forgotten that actually it's a brilliant song. But actually, it's a brilliant song. We'll have it after this.
No, that's not right.
Iain Lee.
Iain Lee.
Absolute.
Radio.
Come on, I don't care what you idiots say. This is one of the greatest pop songs of all time. The rest of their stuff was a bit pony, though. that song. I love it. I'm in a good mood now. It's proper summer, isn't it? It was lovely summer weather today. It was hot. I was out in a jacket. I was hot, and that is good. Steve Smith is coming up in a minute, kids. Oh, yeah, we're even trailing him. But before that, it's James in Watford. Hello, James.
Hi, Ian.
Hey, James.
Right?
I'm all right, my friend. It's the first day of summer today, and I'm loving it.
First-time radio listener. Woo!
You've never listened to the radio before?
No, not properly, but Absolute Radio is the best, so...
Well, it's not, but well done for saying that. What have you got for us, James?
I was just saying, like you said on the radio a minute ago, accidental places to, like, be at the time. I was at the pantomime.
Places to be at the time. Yes, you were at the pantomime, yes.
I was at a pantomime, and I got called up to come on the stage in front of everybody.
Uh-oh!
And I sort of, like, stacked it. And hit my nose on the floor and it started bleeding.
Oh, no, mate.
So it was, like, pretty embarrassing.
Yes.
Like, in front of everybody.
Who was in the pantomime? Was it Bobby Davros?
I have no idea. I know it's like Jack and the Beanstalk.
So Jack was in it?
Yeah, I think so.
Yeah, he would be. Well, he probably would be. If it was Jack and the Beanstalk, there's a good chance that he would be in... Would be...
And another thing is, have you been watching on Sky... Channel, I don't know, 1 or 2, Pacific?
No, can't be bothered with it.
Oh, it's pretty good.
That's the thing about the war, isn't it?
Yeah.
I can't be bothered with it. I've just watched The World at War, which is a proper documentary about the war, and it's all there for real.
I was watching that with my dad last night, actually.
It's good World at War, isn't it?
Yeah, you saw.
But I can't listen. I've got James. I like your laid-back attitude. That's going to either help you or hinder you. I'm not sure which yet. But I have seen. I've got too many programmes to watch. I'm taping V tonight. I'm hoping that's going to be half decent. I haven't got time to watch idiots running around.
Oh,
no, just taping V. What am I talking about? I record Lost.
Short,
yeah. Well, James, listen, thank you for that.
Okay.
Ta-ta, there we go. What a laid-back young person. Riz McGee! Riz?
Oh,
that's you?
Yeah, that's me.
What happened there?
I kind of fell asleep a little bit.
Oh, no, you didn't, did you?
Just a little bit.
Oh, I'm sorry, Riz. Well, what can I do to wake you up?
No worries. Oh, actually, before I carry on, may I ask how Eloise spelt my name? Because I thought that would be quite entertaining to hear.
R-I-Z.
R-I-Z?
Yes.
Okay, super.
Well, how do you spell it, Riz?
R-I-Z-E-E.
Well, that's Rizzy.
Yeah, I don't know why my mum spells it like that.
OK, this is going to be fun. I'm tempted to put you on with Steve Smith. OK, Riz, well, let's hear what you've got for us.
Okay, well, actually, I was going to talk about my band, Lashings of Jam.
Yes?
Yes, well, basically, after being at the Feltham's Young Offenders, right?
Yes.
It's actually a kind of small story. I stole my dad's car.
Yes.
And I went joyriding.
Oh, yes.
Do you know what that is?
Yes.
I did a few donuts, and then I got caught.
Let's just get them all out in one go, shall we? Sarah's in Kensington.
Yeah, hello.
That's you.
Yeah, it is.
Well done, well done, well done. Whoa! Are you naked?
Not quite.
Not quite. That means you've got some clothes on.
Dressing gown on.
Dressing gown. Oi, oi, oi. The old dressing gown. Yes, very nice. If that flaps open, then, ho, ho, ho. Hey? Chocks away. Chocks away, boys. Chocks away, boys. Hey? Ho, ho, ho. Yes, 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 my lady. Yes, come, my lady. 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 Yes, my lady. Huh? Saucy, saucy, saucy. Goosey, goosey gander. Goosey, goosey gander. Where's the goosey gander? Saucy, goosey gander in dressing gown. Come, my lady. Come, my lady. Yeah. I like big butts and I cannot lie. Saucy, saucy lady. There's a saucy lady from Sausalita down in San Francisco. She's wearing a dressing gown and we can see her chocks. What can we do for you, Sarah?
Oh, gosh. I had something I was going... Oh, no, it's happening again. I forgot what I was going to say.
Well, thanks for calling. Kevin is in East London. Good evening, Kevin.
Good evening.
Ah, someone who can string a sentence together. That's what we've been missing for the last 15 minutes. It's been very weird. Kevin, what have you got for me?
Well, first off, Ian, I'm humbled to hear that you have actually worked with a legend that is Sir Christopher Lee.
He is genuinely a legend, and that's why I didn't mind getting owned by him, because he can do what the hell... He's Scaramanga, you know what I mean? He can do what he wants.
Right. Get a hold up on stage.
Yes.
2004, I was promoting a gig in Southend with a band called Throats, Irish band.
Yeah.
And they, at the time, they had a cover version out of Crazy Horses.
Okay, a good song.
And they had a guy called Neil Fallon from Clutch who was guest vocals on it.
Right.
But unfortunately, he couldn't make it over to the UK for the gig, and I was sort of saying, I could do that, and one of the band members heard me, so when they introduced the song, they dragged me up the stage to sing it.
Oh, did you actually have to sing the song?
Yes.
See, now, there's something about stumbling on stage, there's something about being pulled up for a pantomime, but being dragged up at a gig and made to sing a song. And well, listen, Billy Big Balls, could you do it?
I done it, but I made sure that nobody had any copies on the video.
There we go, you see. Kevin, we'll end it. It's a terrible line, but thank you for that. Thank you very much. Well, kids, you've been waiting for him. Here he is. It's Stephen Smith.
Whoa. Now that's me. Hello.
Hello, Stephen.
How are you?
I'm fine. For those regular... For those listeners who don't normally listen to the show, Stephen Smith is a mental who hasn't called in for a while, but instead send us emails asking us to phone him up. It doesn't work like that. He also runs the British Water Gun Championships. How's that going, Stephen?
Same old. Business is slow as usual.
What do you mean the business is slow? The business doesn't start until 2011.
No, it's always started, my friend.
Well, listen, we read your manifesto.
Yeah, the 2012 is when the memberships will be available.
Oh, 2012. So, okay, so business doesn't start for another 2 years.
Oh, you're not getting attention. Never mind about that.
I'm minding about it. That's all I want to talk to you about. So this is basically where it's like paintballing, but with water pistols.
Water guns, yeah.
Water pistols, yeah. And where does this happen?
It'll be happening in Devon first, and then they'll spread.
Okay. And how many people have you got subscribed and paid up to be part of this?
20, if that. But it's only a small thing so far.
When you say 20, if that, you've made that number up, haven't you, Steve?
Nope.
Yes.
Go on, wait. I've got them here.
Tell me their names.
I've got Tom Green. I've got Harry. I've got a few people, actually.
That's 2?
Yeah. I'm not going to say all of them on the air. They're not giving me that much money, thank you.
Well, but you've made up 20, haven't you?
Nope.
But when will the first Water Gun Championship take place?
Preferably in the summer this year.
Of this year?
Yes.
Very exciting. Well, we look forward to hearing how it goes, Steve Smith.
Cool.
Why can't people just go and play water pistols at their local park without paying you money?
Because they just don't do that. Hang on. Yeah, they just don't do that. They usually avoid that.
Who avoids that?
Nearly everyone. They just don't want the hassle.
So they don't want the hassle of going to the park with a water pistol, but they do want the hassle of sending money to a mental boy.
They don't send the money. They bring it.
Okay, so they want the hassle of bringing money to a stranger they've never met before in Devon.
Mm-hmm.
Sounds like a winner to me.
I didn't call up for that, though.
Why did you call up, Stephen Smith?
Well, I haven't been on for ages, have I?
Right, so that's not good enough reason to call up.
There's other reasons. I've also started a radio station.
Oh, yeah, what's
this? You know Ustream?
Turn that off now.
It's turning off.
Good.
You know Ustream?
I know Ustream, yes.
Right. Type in...
I'm not going to.
I know. I'm still going to say it.
No, you're not.
Okay. I have a channel on there.
Right.
Using that to do a radio show.
And what do you do on the radio show?
Music, talking.
What do you
chilling.
talk? What chilling?
Chilling.
The radio's not a
Chilling
the radio is not a place for chilling.
Well, that's not my radio. My radio is a chilling.
And so when do you broadcast?
Every time when I can get to a webcam.
Oh, so you're actually on the webcam.
Yeah, I'm actually
You
on
know,
the
I
webcam.
said. You know, I said don't give me the address. Give me the address.
You want to see the webcam?
Yes, I do, sir.
Eagle Undead with an E, not an I.
So but what's the address, you muppet?
Just put Eagle Undead in the search box of the Ustream.
Oh,
and you'll come up with. Only
I've forgotten how much of an irritating knob you are. Eagle Undead.
Yeah. With an E, not an I.
Oh God. So, oh Jesus, I actually forgotten what a waste of space. Yeah. Oh, what a surprise! There
What?
not anything.
How did you spell it?
E-G-O-R.
E-G-O-R.
Undead.
Did you put a space?
Yes, of course I did.
Lose the space.
Is that you?
If you lose the space, then you'll find me.
Oh, I'm going to regret seeing you.
Yeah, so well. There's two people on there. There's my mate Dave,
Oh, I
DMC,
think that's
and there's
Dave.
me.
Well, that was a lot of fun, Steve. Bye!
Bye.
I remembered why we didn't particularly like him coming on the radio. He's a bit boring. Andre? 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 Andre?
Communities. Did you remember to pay the utility? Caution, police line, you better not cross is the guide.
Let's have a listen. I think Andre is still asleep. Let's just have a listen. Hang on. Andre! Andre! There's a lovely big can of Tennant Super next to you. Okay, well, he can stay there. He can stay there all he wants. Single day of my life. Got to get you into my life. OK, so we've got another 15 minutes before Mark Crosley comes on at 1. If you want to give us a call... By the way, if you're new to this show, and I know a lot of new people are listening... and you like it, Mondays to Thursdays, 11 till 1. And we've got an email here from Mark in Cornwall. Hi, I've only been tuning in this week, and I can't believe you get paid to talk and abuse complete jerks. What the hell is this Jeremy Carr on the radio? Oh, that's one of those bad emails. It's not one of the good ones. That's a bad one. 0330 123 1215 is the telephone number. You press button 1. We won't take any withheld numbers. I can see one there. We're not answering that. That one's been ringing all night. By the way, you'll be paying for that. Literally. You can call up and talk about anything you want. You can see if you can wake Andre if you want. That's a game we can play for the next 15 minutes. Try and wake Andre. Don't forget there is a 7-second delay. Don't swear. Don't be libelous. Otherwise, you will be booted off and banned from calling the station again. Line 1, you're on the wireless.
Iain, do you know how much you mean to me? Weekday evenings with my tea. Well, Iain, you keep me company. I hope you will stay forever here. A firing from Mr. Grace is what I fear. But I'm glad for now that you're still here. Well, Iain Lee, that you're all that I see. Even though you're not intently listening intently on the radio. LBC, I mean Absolute Radio.
Thank you for that, brother. Lovely, that's nice, isn't it? I do like the Beatles. The Beatles are good, aren't they? Anyone who says they're not is actually an idiot. Andre? Oh, it's like he's starting up a Subaru. Line 2, you're on the wireless.
Yes, I'm back again with another round of Iain Lee's career quiz. Firstly, what was your specialist subject on Celebrity Mastermind?
The Monkees.
Yes, that is correct. Secondly, you often call in shows where you can win things with what often irrelevant movie titles.
Is it Ghostbusters 2?
That is indeed very, very, very correct. Complete this line from the Cock song. If penises were a currency, you'd be poor.
Mine's so big it drags along the floor, is that it?
Correct. You've got 3 out of 3 on the quiz.
Thank you very much, and apologies for anyone who may have been offended by that. It was a category C word there. It's not the strong one, but it's still a bit naughty for this time of night, so apologies if anyone was offended. Let's go to line 3. 3, you're on the wireless.
Let me try waking up, Andre.
OK, where you go?
Andre, buddy, wake up. Come on. Up 2. No! 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 Any luck?
That's a fail. 4, you're on the wireless.
Hello, Iain.
Hello there.
Hello, this is David. Are you acquainted with Paul Arthur Harding?
Am I what?
Are you acquainted with Paul Arthur Harding?
I'm aware of Paul Arthur Harding's work, yes.
All right. Well, I'm Paul Arthur Harding's rabbi. Did you know that he is of the Jewish faith, and I'm his rabbi?
Well,
David Gulver.
OK, well done. Lovely. Good for you. Good for you. In the old days, at the other place, I would have just played this for the next 6 minutes. Line yes, line 10, you're on the wireless.
Oh, hi, Iain.
Hello there.
Hello, mate. I've got an idea for you.
Yeah?
Could you put Eloise on the phone down to Andre and see if you could maybe she could offer herself to him, and it might just get him to, arouse himself.
No, we don't want an aroused Andre on the telephone. For goodness sakes, that's the worst thing we could do. Let's go to line 1. 1, you're on the wireless. It's Midge. Is that it, Midge? OK. Line 6, you're on the wireless.
Hello, Iain. It's Bill.
Hello, Bill.
How you doing, mate?
I'm all right, fella. What can I do for you?
I'm just wondering, I don't know if you saw your site today about my idea, my campaign to get Surfing Bird back in the charts.
Everybody's heard.
What do you reckon? Good idea or not?
I think it's a good idea. It will never happen, but why don't you have fun doing it?
I'm going to try, sir. You have a good night.
I will, fella. Good lad. go to 3. 3, you're on the wireless.
Hey, it's Cheese.
Hey, Cheese.
Hey, how's it going? Am I allowed to do some shameless advertising right here?
No, you're not. 2, you're on the wireless.
Hi, how you doing?
I'm all right.
Yeah, good. Thought I'd ring up just to say hello, and it's the first time I've ever been and listened to your station, and it's amazing.
Are you enjoying it?
It's brilliant. I'm doing a pub refurb at the moment, and I'm up till God knows when, and it's really keeping me amused.
Oh, well, I'm glad you're enjoying it. Will you be listening to the rest of the station throughout the night? Mark Crosney's on next. He's very good.
I will do, yeah, because I'll be up till about 5 getting this place finished.
Okay. Do you want to try and wake the snoring Andre?
Yeah, go on then.
Go on. He's next. He's on the line next to you. Do your best to try and wake him. Away you go.
Andre, wake up, will you? God, I'm listening to it, so should you. Come on, wake up.
I'm sorry, my friend, that's a fail, but thank you for calling. Line 1, you're on the wireless.
Please, to fail.
Okay. 3, you're on the wireless.
Oh, hi there.
mate, how's it going, mate?
No, just wanted to say, yeah, we're driving around London. We're on the old, hands-free.
Oh, we're on the hands-free.
So we're not doing anything illegal.
Yeah, I mean.
What I wanted to say was, how beautiful is some of the London architecture?
The architecture? How beautiful is that?
What do you
think,
think, Ian?
architecture?
Ian?
I think that some of the London architecture is beautiful.
Oh, no, bloody is, Ian.
You know what I said?
You're right,
Mate,
you're right.
We missed you, Eloise. It's all gone a little bit mental.
It sounds good, though.
Does it?
Yeah.
I'm not convinced. Listen to Andre.
It's funny. I love that.
Listen to him.
This is the second time he's done this.
Yeah. Is it my fault? Have we done that? Let's try, line 7, you're on the wireless.
Hi Ian, how's it going, man?
It's going all right. I'm looking forward to going home, having one quick game of Halo Wars, and then to bed.
Halo Wars, is that on Xbox, yeah?
Yeah, that's correct.
Yeah, I got PS3, you see, and I get criticised for it.
Well, listen, they all do their own wonderful thing.
That's it, you see. It's just when I go online and say who wants to play, they all go, oh, you should have got an Xbox. And
I prefer the Xbox. I've got a PS3. I don't use it very often. I prefer the Xbox, but they're both wonderful machines. As is the Nintendo Wii. They're all good.
Oh, that's true. See, that's how gamers should be.
Exactly. They all do different things, and they're all lovely.
I had a question for you.
Yes.
How do you deal with all the hate you get online?
I used to deal with it very, very badly.
Yes.
And used to get very, very upset by it. Sometimes I still get upset by it.
Yes. The other day with the forums and that.
Oh, the thing is, Digital Spy is full of idiots. So I literally couldn't care less what Digital Spy say. In fact, when they hate me, it means I'm doing something right.
Yes, it does.
Yeah.
It means you're provoking, and they obviously feel the need to let you know that they exist.
Hey, kids on Digital Spy, here's the thing. Instead of criticising, why don't you go out and try and achieve something? It's just a suggestion. It's a suggestion.
They won't have the intellect to do that, Ian.
They won't. Listen, I've got to move on because we're near the end of the show. Thank you for that. Let's see if we can fit one more call in. Line 6, you're probably the last call of the evening.
Hello.
Hello there.
It's Jack, the person who made the map of the universe.
Oh, Jack, it's an excellent map of the universe. Well done.
Thank you.
Yes.
I hear you still play Halo Wars.
I will be playing it in about 35 minutes' time.
Bit old.
Well, it's not...
still play that?
It's not that old. It's only about, 6 months old?
Yeah, it's quite old.
6
so
months.
you like your RTSs?
Not massively, no. But I like Halo Wars.
You gonna get Halo Reach when that comes out?
Might not.
How could you say that?
I like the way you're trying to categorise me, and it's not working, is it?
No, not really.
No, not in the slightest. There we go. Trying to put me in a box. And then the tall man. Well, that's the show. Some of you may have just tuned in now for blooming Mark Crosley. What you think? What you like? If you missed the show, it would have sounded a little bit like this.
Iain Lee. It's all just a little bit of history repeating on Absolute Radio.
I'm the voice for it.
I tell you what, my dad was a clown. Big shoes to fill, let me tell you that.
I don't get it.
And are you quite posh as well? Gorillas grabbing you and chucking you out the venue.
Swallow this.
Very, very big hair. Very big hair.
I think I'm a bit of a show-off.
Yeah.
Bit of a big head.
Oh, don't say hello to me, fella. I'm a bit riled, to be quite honest.
Talk dirty to me.
Thirsty and miserable. Yes.
My dad is very posh.
I've been to anger management classes today. I've been getting all this stuff out of my system.
I love you and want you.
Get up on stage and dance and hug the guitarist and try and kiss the singer.
Some friends managed to get a toilet window open, got up through the window.
Claustrophobic mix of the Irish and English language splicing together to form a sort of a Frankenstein creation.
I think your dad's rubbed off on you.
I ain't scary, fella.
Ian Lee, he's back on the radio.
Absolute Radio.
Tomorrow at 11, FYI.
Was all that in the show tonight?
It was.
Turns out it was quite good.
That was only in the first half hour.
Wow. Well, I'm sitting there thinking, a bit of a pony show, but it's all right. Hang on a minute. Natty Patty Preston has posted something on Facebook that may work. Hang on a second. Andre! Promos! No, I think he's died. Mark Crosby up next. We're back tomorrow at 11. Ta-ta!